Hi everyone, I'm Cody W3AMG with Bridgecom Systems, and today we're going to be showing you how to take your plug and play package and add your local repeaters to it. We get asked this question all the time. Hey, I got a plug and play package, or I'm thinking about getting one, but what do I do about my local repeaters? There's usually a few of them folks want to talk on, and today we're going to show you how you can have the best of both worlds. Get on the air fast and talk to people around the world with your plug and play package, but not miss out on some of that local analog or digital activity. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have my plug and play package here. Got my SkyBridge and the radio. So the first thing I'm going to do is connect my radio up to the computer. So we'll plug in the radio here, plug in our programming cable. Just like that, we've got our radio turned on. Now I'm going to plug the other end of that cable in my computer. Just like that. There we go. Now on your computer itself, you'll want to open up the CPS, the correct version for your radio. So I have it open here already. Now to verify that, what you'll do on the radio is click on Menu. There we go. We'll click on Menu, and we're going to go down to Settings. And then go to Device Info. You'll scroll down to Device Info and go down a couple menus there, and we can see the firmware version. In this case, it's 2.04. That's what we're looking for in the CPS, and that just verifies you have the correct version of the software to work with your radio. So we do have that software opened up. Now at this point in our plug and play package, you're probably not going to have anything on your computer if this is your first time working with this. Regardless, first thing you want to do is read from that radio. So go up here, click on the COM port button, this little icon. Looks like we do have the radio connected, so we're good there. And then click on the button to the left of that that says Read from Radio. Click on that. Don't need to worry about changes in this case. Yes, I want to read from it. Because the radio already has a digital contact list on it from the plug and play package, we don't need to worry about that. We can uncheck that box. Only need to worry about that if you're actually changing that. So in this case, nope. We'll click OK. There we go. So we're updating that reading from the radio. Wait for that to read here real quick. And at this point, we'll have all the information that's in the radio onto the software. So we're set here. If we go to channel, oops, it's going to take it a minute to show up here. A lot of information. This has the Ultra Code plug actually, this plug and play. We opted for the Ultra Code plug with it, so it's got over 800 different talk groups, which is awesome. So if we go over here to channel, obviously we can see all those channels in there. So at this point, we need to actually go find out what local repeaters we want to add. So I'm going to open up a web browser here. And the best way to find local repeaters is from repeaterbook.com. That's my personal favorite way to go find them. But if you're in an amateur radio club, a lot of times they have information, for the local repeater in that area. If you have some other ham friends, they'll probably be able to get you the info. Lots of ways to get the information if you don't have access to this. But if you have internet and any kind of device with a web browser, which you most likely do if you're watching me right now, go to repeaterbook.com. And then we'll go down to the North American repeaters. There we go. And, or just select, obviously your region may be different. So I'm going to select my region, click on your area on the map. And what kind of repeater you're looking for. So you can filter it by, 2 meter, 70 centimeter. That's all these radios are going to do. So most likely you want to go with that. Or what kind of mode, so like DMR. I'm going to filter by that because I know the one I want to add. But you can filter by all kinds of different aspects, and that'll narrow down the results. Now here we go. This is what's going to show up. We can see those different options here. There we go, map results. So if you click on map results, you can go to map results again there. There we go, awesome. So this shows you on a map all of those different repeaters. So if we were to click on one, for example, you'll get some more information. I can click for more. and that will pull up some info on it. There we have it. So awesome. I want to go ahead and add this repeater. So I need to write down some of that information. For those who are unfamiliar, the downlink, best way to think of it is going to be going down from, if you have a repeater, generally are up high, radios are generally low down on the ground. So downlink is going to be, in the eyes of the radio, a receive frequency. Uplink, in the eyes of the radio, it's going to be a transmit frequency going up to that repeater. So we've got those written down. Color code 4. Great, we have that written down. Talk groups, we've got some information there. So it looks like time slot 2 for the parrot. And let's see, use time slot 1 for all other Brandmeister talk groups. So we have that info written down. Now at this point, we can go back over to our CPS, our programming software, and actually start adding some info. So what I'm going to do is create a zone. So if I go into my zones here, we'll scroll down, you can see all that information the UltraCode plug has. So I'm going to add local repeater. There we go. We'll create a zone there. Obviously it's going to be, oops, we may actually have to add something to it. So we're going to create the channel first. So we'll scroll down through all of these channels. It may take a second to find the bottom. You just have to find an empty slot. So you see, theoretically you could put it in one of those empty spaces, but we like to keep it organized. Okay. There we have it. Awesome. Awesome, here we go. So we have our options here. I'm just going to add a new channel. Just double click on one of those empty spaces. And at this point, we'll enter the frequencies. So let's go ahead and add our repeater. So this is called the KCI repeater. So we'll go ahead and add that. Now what I'm going to do now is actually add the frequency information. So the receive is going to be the downlink. So that's 4444625 from our information. The uplink will be the transmit, so 4494625. Awesome, there we go. We'll keep that on digital. I'm going to change that power to turbo. Sometimes that can be a little bit hard to reach from here. In fact, we may not be able to in the building here today. And we definitely want to change this down here, DMR mode. Make sure that is set to repeater as opposed to simplex. You want to make sure that's set to repeater in this case. Color code, we know that was color code 4. Time slot, that's going to depend what talk group we're on, it looks like, based on the information we found. So let's see what we can find here. See if these are in any kind of order. See if we can't find the parrot here. No. Yeah, when you have so many talk groups, sometimes it can be hard to find them. Okay, we'll find one here real quick. If not, we'll just pick one. No, I'm not seeing it here. I'm sure it's there, but it can be hard to find with all of those different talk groups. So we're going to pick one. Here we go. There's a Kentucky talk group. Let's try that. Perfect. So we have that in there. Now, it's not a big deal because we can select that talk group from the radio afterwards. So in this case, time slot 1, that's fine. And we'll click OK. We have all that information in there. Make sure if that's an analog, you have your PL tones and everything as well. Now at this point, we're going to go create a zone now. So we'll create our zone. And let's go ahead and add that channel. Should be at the bottom. There we go, KCI repeater. Add that over and click OK. Just like that, perfect. Awesome. Now at this point, we should be able to go back over here. We should be all set. So just click on the Write to Radio option, right up here, Write to Radio. And in this case, just don't bother with the digital contact list unless you've changed that. Write the other data. Now, if you have multiple repeaters you want to add, you could add them to that zone. Obviously, you can do this as much as you want, and we'll just click OK and let that write to the radio. Awesome. Wait for that to write here real quick. There we go. It looks like it is complete. So we are all set here. Click OK, and let's check it out. So we have our radio here now. We should be able to unplug that. So we'll unplug that from the cable. And now we have our plug and play package with a local repeater in it. How cool is that? So it's really simple, folks. I know there's a lot of, if you got the plug and play package, you probably either one of two things. You want to save yourself a lot of time, or you want to save yourself a lot of hassle, or most likely both. And it will certainly do that for you. But sometimes if you want to talk to those local repeaters, it can be a little bit daunting to program them if you haven't done that before. But it's really not too difficult. Hopefully we've clarified that for you. It's pretty simple to just get in there and add a couple, especially when you have a framework to work with, like in the plug and play. Awesome, there we have it. So if we look at our zones here, we have our Skybridge zone with the parrot. Now if we go up, there we go. We'll go up to the last one, local repeaters. We have it there. There's the KCI repeater. So we are all set. So we can give it a shot here. See if we can reach it. No guarantees, but we'll give it a shot. This is W3AMG trying out the my newly programmed radio on the local repeater here. Anyone copy? Looking at the Kentucky talk group. See if we can get anyone to come back to us. Like I said, we may not be able to reach it just in the building here. Sometimes we have trouble with that.
Delta, W4AMG, copy you loud and clear, and I'm watching your losses, so thumbs up on that.
K4, awesome. K4ZUN, KF4ZUN. KF4ZUN, awesome. Thanks for coming back to me. Yeah, sounding loud and clear from Tennessee, I see. That's awesome. Clarksville, I've been there quite a bit. My folks had some family relatives lived over there, so that's awesome. Awesome, there we have it. So lots of people coming back. Looks like it worked. So we are good to go there. That is awesome. So we're pretty much set. We've added our repeater to our plug and play package, and that didn't really take that long. What did that take us? 10 minutes? Probably you could do it even faster. So it's an awesome feature to be able to have, and definitely something you can take advantage of. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you learned something from today's video. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell next to it to make sure you don't miss out on any more great content. That's all I have for you today. I'm Cody, W3AMG 73.